There is an unbelievable amount of drama going out at the moment regarding influencers and self-help coaches. I'm sure you have all seen it online, the things that are going around and being shared, and I personally don't want to say any names or get involved in any of it. I do have a certain circle of friends though who can confirm a lot of the drama is actually true, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. And once again, I'm not here to say names, but I want to create this video just as a bit of a form of education for you guys who do tend to take advice from these self-help gurus. And it's not to say that they give bad advice. Not all the time, that's for sure. There's definitely some great advice that's still being said, but it's just that I want you to be very wary of who you are taking your information from, and just be very, very careful, because there is a lot of BS out there on the internet, and a lot of people don't actually have their life together as much as what it looks like on social media. I am here in Dubai, and when I tell you, you see so much like fake it till you make it, fake designer, faking their careers and what they know. It will, honestly, it never continues to baffle me every single day that I see it and see how much like fakeness there is. And I get it, you know, the whole like you gotta pretend that you are it and fake it till you make it, and you know, the key of perception. I understand that, but there does get to a point where if you are feeling like you're constantly comparing yourself to these people online and it's starting to upset you and you feel like you haven't made it, just know that one, you're not alone, and two, these people definitely aren't doing as well as what you think. And there are a lot of creators who have a lot of followers and still a lot of engagement, but they're actually not making even a single cent from social media. And there are also a lot of creators who are the opposite. They don't have a lot of engagement, but they're making millions of dollars because they know how to monetize their brand. So, you know, a few things that I want you to take away is, one, don't follow everyone's advice that you see online, which I'm sure we all know that, but just to re-clarify, trust me, you really should not take their advice. I've seen a lot, and your mind will be blown. Just be very careful, because chances are they're not someone you want to be taking advice from. And two, if you feel like you're comparing yourself, don't, because I promise a lot of people are faking it a lot more than what you even realize. So I want you to start thinking and just questioning a lot more of what you see on social media now, and to just know that more people are quote-unquote faking it than what you realize. And of course, three, ultimately the reason why I want to be making this video is just for education, and I feel like younger me would have fallen for a lot of these things online as well. So I just encourage you to be super wary with everything that you see on social media, and especially like the Dubai life. You'll be surprised the amount of people who are living week to week, even though they're living a luxurious lifestyle. A lot of girls will be getting like these free dinners, and I've been to a lot of them as well, where it's just like the restaurant will give the free dinners to the girls, and all we have to do is just post on social media. And I will do that from time to time if it's a new restaurant I want to go to and I'm alone. It's a great way to meet new girls as well. But a lot of girls will do that. They'll be showing up wearing, you know, to designer, but then they'll still be there to get a free tape, you know, getting a free meal. Which, not to say like, you know, I own designer and everything, and then, you know, it's not to say that I can't afford to eat, but I do know girls who are in those circumstances. So once again, just be extra wary, be super cautious, and don't fall victim to what you see online, because a lot of it is fake, a lot of it is edited, and just be very, very hypercritical with who you watch online. But I'd love to hear from you guys who's someone that you follow online that you genuinely enjoy their advice, or what kind of videos do you like watching? Is there any self-help gurus online that you genuinely do enjoy their advice, or is there anyone that has controversy at the moment and you're still a fan of their content and you've seen what has been said, but you're still a fan of them? Let me know. I would love to have that discussion, because at the end of the day as well, I mean, humans, we're flawed and we're very imperfect, and we all have our faults. And I think, we can tend to see who is trying to be a good person at their core and the overall message. And that's the hard thing about online, is that you only see what they want you to see. And, I've met many social media influencers and they were like really rude or not nice in person when I have met them, and vice versa. I've met amazing people who just don't post on social media at all. So once again, it's like social media only shows such a small glimpse of what you see, and these people, it always makes me feel some type of way whenever I see people reposting all of this gossip or trash. Essentially, that's all that it is about these people, because one, what makes you any better if you're dropping to their level and trying to call them out and essentially bully them online, because that's what it is. It is literally cyberbullying. I don't care how old you are or how right you are, I do still think it is cyberbullying and it is really wrong. And for sure there is a degree of responsibility that person does need to take, especially regarding an ethical standpoint. But at the end of the day, I always try not to engage with any of those kind of posts, because I just think if it was done by me, I always get scared if I do something wrong, and I'm always cross-checking absolutely everything I do in case anything ever got taken out of context. I always get really worried about that, and I would hate to have anything like that done to me, because I would quite literally be heartbroken. So before you go and troll and comment on someone else's post, just ask yourself, what does this actually serve me? And could I say this to this person in real life? Because, they're probably already going through a lot. If they have been called out online, then they are probably really struggling at the moment. So the least we can do is give them some grace and just try and do our best to assume the best. And God always wants us to give. He literally forgives, and God literally forgives us for all of our sins. So at the end of the day, we aren't anyone to judge. Only God can judge us. So if you're judging someone else, just have a think about it for a second and ask yourself, are you perfect? And the answer is gonna be no, because we aren't perfect. But that's my little take on all the controversy that's going around. There's always a lot of controversy online on the internet. It is the internet. But whilst there is always going to be a level of responsibility that we should be holding to these influencers, and I would love to see some kind of regulation or some kind of, standard or proof of certificate before we give advice online about absolutely anything. I think that would be amazing to see in the future. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be coming anytime soon. But for the meantime, all that we can do is just be hypercritical with the content that we engage and consume online, and also the people that we are actually taking advice from, and just being kind to yourself as well, and not only yourself but also the person who is getting the hate on the internet. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually talk nice things about these people who have controversy at the moment. So I'm going to be the first one to put my hands up and kind of stick up for them a little bit. And I'm not saying that anything that they're doing is okay, but be nice. We're all human at the end of the day, and none of us are perfect. Just be wary with what you consume content-wise, and don't believe every single thing that you see on the internet. Ask yourself, is this person qualified, and what credentials do they actually have? And remember, there's a gray area with everything. There is no advice online that can be given that's a straight black and white approach. There's always going to be a really big gray area. So just keep that in mind. But with that being said, my name is Jasmine Templin. Make sure you press that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram. I share a lot more information over there. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you liked this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!